lovers, it is G-Swizzel here. I told myself that I wasn't gonna have like a huge haul for this one because I've also got a whole Funko Pops. Told myself that I'd do that in a shorter video, but it's happening now. I have a stack of books next to me. I've got a stack of comics next to me. My life! So to continue my intro, I am going to be doing my book haul for Sydney Rise Festival and some anticipated releases. And then also I'm gonna be doing a book haul for Free Comic Book Day and Funko Pops because a specific movie came out. Actually, no, 2 specific movies came out and I actually went slightly crazy, but I went crazier with one movie because Marvel trash, that is what this is for. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm gonna be starting with my Funko Pop / collectibles. So the first thing I have to start off with are these adorable tiny keychain things that were Beauty and the Beast ones. Sometimes there are these vending machine things that give out these, and there was a Beauty and the Beast one, so I'm really happy I got Beast because Beast is literally my favorite character in that whole movie. And then I got Lumiere. Thank God I didn't get the same one. Like, I wanted to keep putting coins into the machine, but I was so scared that I'd get the same one because there was a Fantastic Beast one earlier on in the year and I kept on putting coins in. I literally spent $10 and I got the same 2 characters. Some other collectibles I have to mention. Royce is doing this thing with Marvel and I've been collecting the Marvel discs, which I won't really be showing. They decided to bring out a Black Widow action figure. I remember when the MCU first started and they first introduced Black Widow, movie makers were like, no one's gonna want to buy a Black Widow action figure. Take that, because I bought one. Bought it because I just wanted to fight back and I wanted to say, you know what? I bought a Black Widow action figure. She means heaps to me. Take that, MCU. Seriously, like, when are we gonna get a female-led superhero movie? Wonder Woman beat you to it, MCU. I can't believe you. And quickly, before we get into the Funko-related stuff, I have to mention a really awesome cup that I got the day that I went to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It's Baby Groot's head. This is weird, but you put the drink in it, and this is the straw thing. I brought my snacks to the theaters because I'm a cheap person, but I was like, no, I have to get this Groot combo. Now, moving on to the Funko Pops. So the first ones I have to show you are a part of the Offenders? What? No! It was meant to say the Defenders. So I got Daredevil and I only watched like 3 episodes of the Daredevil series on Netflix and I need to continue. It's just a very slow show. It takes a lot to get through. I need to get through this one because I wanted to catch up to every single show before we get to the Defenders. And then I've got Elektra. Have I seen their take on Elektra yet? No, but she looked badass and I had to get her because holy shit, the next Funko Pop I have to show you is extremely controversial, but I liked this movie. Could have done without the whitewashing, but it was a very enjoyable movie. When I say that, I mean I liked the plot and I loved the visual effects. It was amazing. That was Ghost in a Shell and it's major. I am really excited to read the Ghost in a Shell manga, like eventually when my library gets it. I want to read it. I want to take my time to understand what the story is really about because I'm so fascinated by the actual story. I know that it's going to be a really good manga. I should finally get onto the pops that you guys have been waiting for. Guardians of the Galaxy Funko Pops. I'm going to start off with Star-Lord. I had to get him because he's a mother freaking Star-Lord. Look what you done! Also, Rocket Raccoon. This pose is amazing. I don't know what else to say about him, but hey, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is all Rocket's fault. I also have to mention Drax the Destroyer, who is so much better in this movie than the previous movie. I'm so proud of you, Drax! And of course, we have to mention our woman of power here. We have Mantis, who is amazing, and she, out of all the Funko Pops, like literally looks exactly like who she is in the movie. And then I have to show you Nebula. Again, detailing is perfect. And of course, Gamora, which is kind of, I think, my favorite in this line. I don't know why. I think it's just because she's so colorful. The last Marvel Funko Pop I have to show you is Spider-Man. They finally made an actual Spider-Man in a new sculpt, and I'm so excited for Spider-Man Homecoming, guys. And like I said previously, this is my last Marvel ones. I never thought in my life that I would ever pick up a DC Funko Pop. But then this happened. I have Wonder Woman. Actually, no. I have 2 Wonder Womans in my house. 2 Wonder Woman Funko Pops, to be exact. I have one that I gave to my mom, which is sitting in our lounge room, and it is loud and proud on our lounge room shelf because mom loves Wonder Woman and she's willing to put that Funko Pop on her shelf. This one's mine. She's in a fighting pose. Like the other one, she's holding a sword and in a normal standing pose, whereas this one, she's using her shield, and it's known as the Wonder Woman Shield Edition. I love this pose so much. I love the movie so much. It is one of the best movies ever. Coming from somebody who's complete Marvel trash that is not interested in DC at all, that's saying something. And lastly, I will get into my Funko Pop rock candies. I didn't haul this one earlier, but I've had this one for quite some time. Lady Thor. This is such a well done Funko rock candy. It is probably one of my favorites. It's just so detailed when you see the Lady Thor comics, and I'm kind of hoping that Lady Thor comes to the MCU. The next 2 rock candies I have to show you are Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 rock candies. Mantis, she is stunning. I love her so much. This one's great. And I do have to mention Gamora. This Gamora fighting pose is amazing. The awesome thing is that she's wearing a different outfit from her Funko Pop counterpart. I like that because like I'm not getting the same thing. They did such a good job with the coloring of these Funko Pops. I'm hoping hoping and I'm praying that they make a Nebula one. The last Funko rock candy I have to show you will be Wonder Woman. Yes, I also got a rock candy of Wonder Woman. I refused to get the previous rock candy of Wonder Woman because the previous one, she was just posing like this. I find that the DC Funko rock candies are really girly. They're very cringeworthy poses, but when I saw this one with her actual battle armor, I had to get it. As soon as I saw it, like within 2 seconds, I just grabbed it off the shelf and it was mine. I can see Gal Gadot in you. Gal Gadot is the reason why I watched the movie. So now that my collectible haul is out of the way, I need to get into the books. I need to like literally race through these. I'm gonna get into some books that I'm kind of required to mention. One was sent for review, another one's Biblio Squad book pick of the month, so I'm gonna start with those. First book I have to mention is Royce Rolls by Margaret Stoll. I have a review. Do I have it up on my channel? I've uploaded it, but I never ever took a thumbnail. I've had it uploaded onto my YouTube for 2 weeks. I haven't published it because I don't have a thumbnail for this, so I should probably do a thumbnail now. I have a thumbnail. There we go. The next book I have to mention is our Biblio Squad book pick of the month for June, Flame in the Mist by NERDYEST. I've been hearing very mixed reviews about this book so far. A lot of people have been expecting heaps from it, but I've actually never really read anything by NERDYEST. I'm really excited to pick this one up because apparently it's a very, very loose Mulan retelling. Now I will go on to the free comic book day comics. I'm not going to be able to go into detail because I don't know of every single one of them, but you know, I'll try. So the first one that I have in the stack, I've already read, and it's Betty and Veronica. I didn't really enjoy this one that much. I read this straight after I watched Riverdale. I binge watched Riverdale and I really enjoyed it, but I think one thing that really turned me off from this was the art style. Well, the art style was cool, it was probably the coloring that I just hated. Next we have Avatar, which is self-explanatory, it's Avatar. Who doesn't know about Avatar? The next one is Exo Manowar. I just picked this up because everybody was talking about it. Just picked them up because they were free. Next one is Wonder Woman. Everybody who waited in line got these ones at the line, which is really cool. Also, Attack on Titan. I have never watched Attack on Titan, nor have I read Attack on Titan, but hey, free comic book for Attack on Titan. The one that I was really anticipating was Guardians of the Galaxy. So happy I have Guardians of the Galaxy, guys. The next one I have here is The Secret Empire, which has to do with Captain America working for Hydra in an alternate world. Next one is DC Superhero Girls. Picked it up because Next is 2017 Summer Blast, a tiny anthology. The next is Hilda's Back. Hilda, I think, has her own comic book series. Next is Kid Savage. The art style looks amazing, so hopefully I will enjoy that one as well. And all of these is just gonna get my Goodreads challenge killed, pretty much. Next one is Hostage. I don't know what it is. Oh, the art style is so interesting. This one is known as I Hate Image, which I think has to do with I Hate Fairyland. Oh my goodness, it has to do with people in Image Comics. Will the Wicked and the Divine be in this? I need to read this. I have 2 copies of Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I've never read the Legend of Zelda, so there's that. Finally, I have The World's Greatest Cartoonist, an anthology of like literally everything. All of these comics I got for free at Free Comic Book Day. It was an amazing day. Speaking of comics and graphic novels, these are some comics and graphic novels that I'm going to be showing you right now. So the first one I have here is Lost at Sea by Brian Lee O'Malley. I feel like he's an auto-buy author for me, or just like auto-read author. He's the author of Scott Pilgrim and Seconds. Next thing I got was Secret Loves of Geek Girls. This is an anthology. Yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I actually got this one signed by Mariko Tamaki, and it says, "This book belongs to Grace Mariko," so that one was really exciting. Oh yeah, and it was also edited by Kelly Sue DeConnick, who writes Captain Marvel, which was amazing. The next comic book is gonna probably be a surprise to everyone who has watched a November wrap-up. I got Paper Girls Volume 2, which is the second half of the Paper Girls series. I'm taking a risk because the first one really did trigger me. It was on sale. I really do like the artwork. I'm hoping that it does get better, but I'm going into this comic very cautious. It's only 2 volumes, so it's not like I have to really commit myself. Next comics I got, first 3 volumes of Saga, the series that I was talking to you guys about in like popular series that I haven't read. This one was gonna be very interesting. It's like a space opera. I'm not too sure. So last week I read the first volume of The Wicked and Divine, which was the first act. Oh my gosh, like I only read the first volume, but I don't know what to say about it. It was actually so well done that I just had to complete my set. So I got volume 3, Commercial Suicide, and volume 4, which is Rising Action. I had to get the rest of the series. I have an Archie comic. I have the first volume of the new run of Archie. It is written by Mark Waid and Fiona Staples. That's gonna be really exciting, and the coloring from this cover already looks amazing. And this one's kind of an Archie comic, but not, because it follows another character in Archie. That is Jughead. I am obsessed with Jughead, but I didn't want to buy this one originally because I was gonna be like, you know what, I need to read the Archie comic first. Then I saw Erica Henderson's name on the cover. And then I realized that the illustrator is the illustrator of the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl comics by Ryan North, and I am obsessed with those comics. I've discovered that she's my favorite illustrator, and I cannot unsee Squirrel Girl from her illustrations. Her illustrations are so different. It's amazing. I really love these illustrations. I don't know why, like there's just something about them that just really intrigues me, and the coloring looks amazing. And so I had to get Jughead. It's not just because that I love Jughead as a character. Jughead's my favorite character in the Riverdale TV series, by the way. It's because Erica Henderson is probably my favorite illustrator. So now that I've gone through all the collectibles and all of the comics, let's go into my stack of books. So before I get into the anticipated releases and Sydney Writers Festival ones, I'll quickly go into the ones I got beforehand. First of all, I have to show you Airy, which is the sequel to Magonia. And the reason why I got this one is because I got it for $5, and I haven't even read Magonia yet, but it's a duology, so it will be easy to read. Next thing I got is Note to Self by Connor Franta. I told myself I wouldn't really buy any YouTuber books, but my sister actually bought this book based on the aesthetics, and the aesthetics are amazing. Within this book, there is photography, there is poetry, which I just read Milk and Honey, by the way, which I'm holding like right in front of you. Oh my gosh. I was just like, you know what? Poetry collections are cool. It also has essays in here. I'm not really into YouTuber nonfiction books because I don't really care about YouTubers that much, but this, it just looks amazing. It looks like a book that I just probably take my time with, take time to hear out what Connor Franta's got to say, although I don't really watch Connor Franta. Also, the day that like my sister went book shopping, because my sister never goes book shopping, she went to Kmart with me and then she bought All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, and I'm so happy that she bought that book. But she's just like, do you want anything? And I'm just like, Defy the Stars, Claudia Gray, and she's like, okay, I have Defy the Stars. She shouted me a book, so I don't have to feel bad about that one. From Milk and Honey. This one I technically need to count in my Sydney Writers Festival haul and stuff, but I never got it signed. The next book I have to haul is a graphic novel, Super Mutant Magic Academy by Julian Tamaki. Julian Tamaki is related to Mariko Tamaki. They're actually cousins, so I just decided to get this one. I actually finished it yesterday, and I was laughing out loud. This is a laugh out loud graphic novel. It's literally just filled with comic strips, and it's just so fun. I really enjoyed myself reading this. And now I will get on to my Sydney Writers Festival haul. First one I have to show is also by Julian Tamaki and Mariko Tamaki, and that is this one, Summer. Hearing them talk about this was really good. I didn't like it as much as I liked Super Mutant Magic Academy, and I did kind of enjoy this one as well, though I do have to say that the art style in this one is a lot more stronger, and I don't know why. There are things that I didn't connect with it as much. Maybe it's because these are like young girls watching horror movies, and I hate that stuff. Next two books are Sabriel and Frog Kisser. I already talked about these. I loved them so much. I just love Garth Nix. He's the best. Seriously the best. Next book is the Love Oz YA Anthology, which has short stories written by Australian authors. Yeah, if you're Australian, get on it and buy it. Cover is just amazing. I read the first short story and I cannot wait to continue on with ever short stories. I think there are 10 short stories in here. Yeah, next book is Who's Afraid by Maria Lewis. Love this one so much. Again, I talk about it in my Sydney Writers Festival recap. If you liked my eyeliner, guys. The next two books are by Sarah Crossan, which is One and We Come Apart. I haven't read One yet, but I've read this one and it was a very good time, but I'm excited to read One, and I got One in hardback because I just really like the coloring. The next two books are by Jennifer Niven. This one is All the Bright Places, which still has my sticky note on it, by the way, and Holding Up the Universe, and I got them signed. Yes, I was very thankful to know that I was wanted, and I told her that. And the last two books from Sydney Writers Festival were not from Sydney Writers Festival writers. They were just 3 books that they were giving out. So I got State of Grace by Hilary Badger. I have no idea what this is about, but hey, it's got my name on it. And then I also got The Names They Gave Us, which is an advance reader copy by Emery Lord. I really like the spine because it has the hashtag on it. I'm really happy that I have an advance reader copy. And now we move on to 3 anticipated releases. Some of them came with some stuff. I'm gonna start with this one, which I just bought, and that is The Crown's Fate by Evelyn Skye, which, if you do not know, is going to be a Biblio Squad book pick of the month for July. The reason why we're telling you this now as well is because we want you guys to read The Crown's Game if you haven't already read The Crown's Game. But we read The Crown's Game earlier on in our Biblio Squad time. I think it was December. That was one of my favorite books of the entire year last year. This one, however, is the sequel, and I've actually been hearing a lot of mixed reviews about the sequel. I'm super scared, but I'm in it with Evelyn. I'm in it for her, and I'm in it for these characters. No matter what happens, I will still love The Crown's Game. The cover is gorgeous, and the spine matches previous spine. What a beautiful duology. Evelyn Skye has been blessed with these amazing covers. Evelyn Skye is just an awesome person. Full stop. So let's talk about Akka War. I have a paperback of Akka War. I also got a paperback of Akka Math. I had a paperback of Akatar. I was originally going to give away my paperback of that, and I was like, no, you know what? I'm trash. I need to keep this. So I kept that, and I bought this, and then I bought this, or well, I really bought this and I just decided to cave in and buy this as well. So yeah, I have a matching set of paperbacks and I now have a matching set of hardbacks. I really like these two designs. I mean, I love the coloring on this one. The coloring's awesome. I love the fluorescent type of colors, although they don't really match the story. I really like the aesthetics. This one kind of matches the tone of the story, and yes, I did like this one a lot. And of course, I have to show you another thing because I'm trash. It's the coloring book. I have the coloring book. It was illustrated by Charlie Bowater, which if you guys don't know, she's an amazing illustrator. And finally, I will get on to a never anticipated release, which I also have 2 copies of in a coloring book. Actually, no, the coloring book doesn't relate to this specific book, but it relates to a book within the series. I'll show you in a second. You know, the book that I have to show you, the paperback that I have to show you, Lord of Shadows. I have Lord of Shadows. How far did I get into it? I'm only a chapter into it. I haven't finished Lord of Shadows. The reason why I haven't finished Lord of Shadows is because I only just found out that the next book is coming out in 2 years' time.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with
2 years. That frustrates me to no end. I don't know whether I want to read this one or not. I kind of want to read this one when I'm coloring in the Mortal Instruments coloring book, and it is illustrated by Cassandra Jean. And of course, I have to show you a precious baby. I have the Waterstone Special Edition to match my other Waterstone Special Edition, and it has the Parabatai room. That's my haul today, guys. That is going to be it for this video today, book lovers. You can follow me on my social medias. I'm at G-Swizzelbooks on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm also at Goodreads. That's www.goodreads.com/gswizzle. I love you, book lovers, and I will see you later. Peace.